I'm First Alert Storm Team Meteorologist AJ Rickman. This afternoon and this evening, we're going to be watching for some scattered storms that develop across eastern Iowa. Some of these storms that form could turn severe. Primary threats associated with those will be damaging wind and some isolated hail, and we can't rule out an isolated tornado either. So let's time this out for you. Your 6 o'clock hour, we are looking at some widely scattered activity. That's going to progress its way to the east as we go through the evening and overnight, and any storms that do form will be out of our area by the time we get to the 10 o'clock hour. Once we get clear of the storms, the rest of our night is mostly clear, but it's going to be very warm and very muggy. Our lows are going to fall into the upper 60s to low to mid 70s, and that's going to be because those dew points are in the lower to mid 70s as well. We'll have those mostly clear skies. Tomorrow we do crank up the heat and the humidity and a chance of storms to go with it. So it's going to be a pretty busy day for us tomorrow. Let's take it one thing at a time. We'll start with the heat. You can see the temperatures right there. We're in the upper 80s and low to mid 90s across the board. Very humid conditions as well are going to mean that tomorrow our peak heat index values are going to be downright dangerous, especially in some of our southern counties where we will be seeing heat index values pushing 110. We'll be easily getting over 100. Elsewhere, we do approach 100, and that is going to be one concern that we're dealing with on Monday. The other concern is the possibility for some severe storms. We're looking at multiple rounds of storms. We do start dry on Monday, but as we get into the afternoon, we're going to see those storms start to form and bubble up. They'll track across the area by Monday at 5 p.m. We will be watching for some more scattered severe storms. Those work their way through the area as we get into the evening, and then overnight we'll be watching for another round of storms to develop along a cold front that's going to be pushing in from the north overnight Monday and into early Tuesday morning. That does look to clear the area by the time we get to Tuesday morning. Can't rule out a scattered shower around on Tuesday morning depending on how far south that front is able to push. But for our primary severe concern on Monday, we are looking at the big threat being damaging winds, but we do have an isolated tornado threat and a little bit of a hail threat as well. Once that front pushes through on Monday night, we do get a 180-degree switch in our wind. We're going to go from southerly winds on Monday to northerly winds on Tuesday, and that's going to bring in some much more comfortable air. Your muggy meter does show on Monday. We have one more downright miserable day of humidity, but as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that humidity steadily drops, and we're in for a very comfortable end to our work week. You can see that reflected in our 9-day forecast, where humidity is not the only thing that's dropping. Our temperatures go from the 90s on Monday down towards the 80s on Tuesday, and by the time we get to Thursday, we'll have highs in the upper 70s, and then for the rest of our week and into next week, we do look to have close to seasonable temperatures.